I got my PhD from the University of Michigan in 1981, and I've been doing research for NASA ever since then. And I started off doing work on the Earth's atmosphere, and then I spent 25 years working on the Cassini-Huygens mission. And in that time period, or the latter part of the Cassini-Huygens mission to Saturn, the Juno mission started, and in 2016 Juno arrived at Jupiter, and I was a co-investigator on that mission that had been in the preparation for quite a while, and so I started working on that. It's largely about trying to understand the origins of the solar system, but it has a beautiful blend of art and science as an element to it that really is pretty amazing from a public outreach point of view. And it's been a really, really great mission in terms of scientific return and public appeal. Well, right now, I mean, one of the key things that we've been looking at is trying to understand how much oxygen is inside of Jupiter, and what's inside Jupiter, what's below the cloud tops. So we have a microwave radiometer that helps us penetrate below the cloud tops and understand the composition, but it also turned out serendipitously to give us a lot of information about the dynamics of Jupiter that are going on. So to relate the cloud tops to what's going on in the interior, which help us understand the origins and how the whole planet came into being. Yeah, so one of the foresights of the person who put the mission together, Scott Bolton, he's the principal investigator, was to try to explore the transition between science and art. And so to enable that, he came up with an idea. All of these spacecraft have cameras on them, but most of the time the cameras have been largely to do science, as opposed to being a public outreach. But this camera was designed to have the public outreach as the primary thing that it did. And it engaged the public in planning what those images would be, and in reducing those images or taking inspiration from those images and creating art. And so it's been very unique in that regard of engaging many amateur people around the world to take those images, make them into art, study them themselves, be an amateur astronomer, do real science with them. And it's really been very rewarding to see the engagement of the general public in this. One of the things is to make people aware of this, and make people aware not only of the good science that NASA is doing, but also the outreach and the ways that they can get involved in the mission themselves.